All right, welcome back, 8th graders. So in the last video, we did simple two-step equations where we had a constant and a coefficient with a variable and how to solve those equations. And in the last expression, we had a decimal that we had to deal with and how we dealt with that. And so we did some distributive property, which actually made it to where we did more than just two steps. So here we're going to continue on. This is slightly different because in this one we have like terms. And so remember, like terms are when we have the same variable with the same exponent or two constants. Now, this is the thing that we need to keep in mind. Like terms happen on the same side of the equal sign. I'm going to write that up here. Like terms happen on the same side of the equal sign. So when I'm talking about that, their like terms are either all on the left side or on the right side, but I would not consider anything from the right side a like term with the left side as we're combining like terms. Like there will be things that are like terms, but we won't combine them the same. So we're going to look at this equal sign. So here I've got 13.6n and 12n. And so the first thing I'm going to do is combine like terms. And so I abbreviate that to CLT. And so we're going to equal 128. And 13.6n plus 12n is 25.6n. All right. Now, from here, we have two options. I can divide both sides by 25.6, right? Or I like to get rid of the decimal. That's just the way Mrs. Cartwright works. And so I'm going to multiply. I only have one decimal, so I'm going to multiply by 10. But what I do to one side, I have to do the other. So multiplication property of equality. And again, this step that I'm doing right here is optional. It just, in my mind, makes my mind work easier. And so when I multiply 25.6n times 10, I get 256n, and it'll equal, and then 128 times 10 is 1,280. And so that was the multiplication property of equality because we were multiplying both sides by 10. Now I need to make my coefficient in front of the n equal 1, and so in order to do that, I'm going to divide by 256 because 256 divided by 256 is 1. So we're going to divide both sides by 256, which is the division property of equality. And after I divide both sides by 6, we're going to get that n equals, and 1,280 excuse me, divided by 256 is 5. And if I wanted to, I can plug that back in as I start getting my hoarse/manly voice there. I keep going deeper. 13.6 times 5 plus 12 times 5. And we're wanting to see that it equals 128. So 13.6 times 5 is 68. And I don't want to multiply this by 10 in this case because I want to make sure that what I plug in works out for the original equation. So I get 68, and then 12 times 5 is 60. I'm just going to rewrite the equals 128, and then 68 plus 60. 60 and 60 is 120, so 120 plus 8 is 128. So we get 128 equals 128. That is a true statement. So n equals 5 is true. And again, we can only combine like terms when they are on the same side of the equal sign. And we'll get to a point where they're not, and that's why I keep stressing that. All right, last example for this lesson. Yeah. So you rake leaves for 2 hours on Saturday and 5 hours on Sunday. Your neighbor pays you $63 in total. How much do you earn each hour? So we know that on Saturday we worked 2 hours. On Sunday, we worked 5 hours, right? 2 hours, 5 hours. And we know we got a total of $63. And what we're wanting to know is how much per hour. So money per hour. That is our unknown. That's what we're going to call X or M or whatever you would like it to be, right? And so we know our hours. And so we know that we would set that up as $2 times whatever we would earn on Saturday plus 5 hours times whatever we would earn on Sunday. And that's going to equal $63. So now that's us writing the equation. Now we're going to combine like terms, CLT, combine like terms. 2x and 5x are my like terms because they're on that same side of the equal sign. So 2x plus 5x is 7x. So 7x equals 63. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to divide, because I want to make this 1. And so the opposite of multiplying is to divide. We're going to divide by 7. So we're going to get 1x equals 63 divided by 7 is 9. So we earn $9 per hour. And so we used the division property of equality. And again, we call this up here combining like terms and not APOE, because APOE means we add equally to both sides, but we're not doing that equally to both sides. We're just combining on one side. Then from here, if I wanted to double check, I would do 2 times 9 plus 5 times 9 equals 63. And 2 times 9 is 18. 5 times 9 is 45. And then 18 plus 45 is 63. So 63 equals 63. So we know that our $9 per hour is correct. So that's combining like terms and solving the equation when we need to combine said like terms. So that is all for our two-step equations today. We will continue solving equations in our chapter here. Until then, peace out.